Shady McCoy, you played with Josh Allen. You played with Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if anybody else on national TV can say that, so you can answer this question literally better than anyone. It's a huge game. But what would a win over Patrick Mahomes mean for Josh Allen?
If Josh Allen beats Patrick Mahomes at home, they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to say it.
They're going into Baltimore?
Yeah. It's just because it's like, it's the level of competition. Going against Patrick Mahomes is like a Super Bowl in its own making. Right? I'm going against the top dog, the best gladiator.
Yep.
Right? I think the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, they're probably the best team of football. But the matchups, right? We always talk about the quarterbacks. When we talk about who's the best quarterback in the game, without a doubt, you're going to say Patrick Mahomes, right? But then, this is sports TV, it's what we do. He beats Patrick Mahomes at home, and then they go to the AFC Championship game. We go talk about, who the best quarterback. So I think this game is so much bigger than just a win.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
This is for Josh Allen's legacy. He's been so close to beating Patrick Mahomes on the way, on the road. You get a chance to beat him at home, this would be big for his career. If they win this game, I said it again, Buffalo, circle the wagon, they go to the Super Bowl.
Shady's right. I do think this game is bigger than a game of football. If Josh Allen beats Patrick Mahomes, it allows individuals to say that Josh Allen is better than Patrick Mahomes. What do I mean by that? I used to do a show, and my former co-host, he would say Peyton Manning's better than Tom Brady. And people would expect some visceral reaction for me to vehemently disagree. And I would look at him like, I think you're kind of right. Because I had to play against Peyton, had to play against Tom. And in my opinion, Peyton Manning individually was better than Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady is objectively, by many people's estimations, the greatest quarterback of all time. He won 6 Super Bowls. But you can say, he won 7 Super Bowls. But you can say Peyton's better without people throwing bricks at you, because Peyton did win a couple himself. He did beat Tom eventually. He did go to 4. He did win several MVPs. I think he won 5, the most in the history of the NFL. So it wasn't crazy to say that Peyton was better than Tom. Some people might still look at you crazy, but at least you had a valid conversation. Josh Allen, if he beats Pat, he'll finally allow people to say, man, Josh Allen better. Imagine if Josh Allen would have been drafted with the greatest mind offensively in the history of the game. Josh Allen better. Imagine if Josh Allen had a top 10 receiver of all time in Tyreek Hill. Josh Allen better. Imagine if Josh Allen had the greatest receiving tight end in the history of the National Football League. If Josh Allen had that, he would have 3 Super Bowls like Pat. At least it would allow us to have the conversation. But you gotta beat him just so we can have the conversation. If you don't beat him, now we sound crazy. We being those who say that Josh Allen is better. Shady is right. This game is bigger than just a football game. The debate about Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes will likely last the next half century. We will continue to carry on this debate, those who were able to watch them play for 50 to 60 to 70 years, just like those who played against Peyton and Tom always talk. I always have that conversation. Hey, Peyton better than Tom? So this allows Josh, in my mind, Joy, to equip his army to say that he is better. Those that do want to engage in that debate, what would the win mean in your mind?
Yeah, I agree. It validates the rivalry. I think most of us will still say Pat has the edge because Pat's resume is longer. But right now, particularly in the postseason, you can't, there's levels. There's just levels, and we've had the opportunity for them to meet multiple times. Because sometimes you have like this rivalry, but they never actually matched up. They play the regular season, they never actually meet in the postseason. Like, it just never breaks that way. It's broken that way multiple times, and it's always gone in Pat's favor. And this year, it kind of feels like you should. It's not like Kansas City is walking in their full strength at their best. You are actually the one with the advantage, having the game at home. You're the hottest team. Now, they have a lot of injuries, obviously, but not at the most important position, which is Josh Allen. So I think it validates it. The Peyton Manning, Tom Brady example is a good one because you have to beat the guy sometimes. You got to beat the guy if you're going to be in that conversation. We know how talented Josh Allen is. We know what he's capable of doing. He's brilliant to watch. And when he's at his best, he's at his best. He's at his best. But still, like, you can't say it. He's better. You can't say he's better than everyone at his best because we've seen him up against the man at his best, and it's not gone his way.
But here's what's crazy, though, because I had this conversation at the time. I remember in 2020 when Josh Allen played Pat. And if y'all were watching that game, many could easily say Josh Allen played better.
No doubt.
Or you could have said if the Bills won the coin toss, because I think the Chiefs won the coin toss, went down the field and scored. You could say if the Bills won the coin toss, Bills would have won the game. So if Josh Allen wins this one, he wins it.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, they objectively won their other one 38-24. It wasn't as close a contest. Then the other one, you could genuinely debate, bruh, so you telling me a coin is the difference?
Yeah.
You telling me a coin?
Yeah.
So, James, I think this game is just so interesting because of these details. Where you at?
It is, and it's a big-time game for Josh Allen. It's a big-time game. It's in your building. But right now, what it will mean, right now, Patty like this with his binoculars. Yeah, that's Josh and them down there, Joe Burrow, and then you see him. Look at him, Joy. So if he wins this, Josh Allen could tap him on the shoulder and say, put your glasses on, dog. You see me? I'm here. Like, that's what this game means. Like, we in the AFC, we're going to be in the AFC for a long time, and I'm right here, dog. You're going to have to go through me. I'm going to have to go through you, and you can see me. You don't need the binoculars. I'm standing right here. So that's what this game will mean for me. Josh, this is at your house. You have the better team. You're playing the hottest right now. You got to find a way to get this one done. Just like I said yesterday, if not now, then when? This is the time right now because right now the gap is so far away that you need binoculars to look at Josh down there. As good as Josh is, too, which is crazy, as good as Josh is, Patrick Mahomes is just that much better right now that he's looking at him with binoculars way down there. This is for him to say, put them binoculars down,
Let me ask you
right
something,
here
James.
next
Let me
to
ask
you
you
right
something. Let me
now.
ask you something.
You're going to have to go through me.
You caught footballs from Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
You tell me that Patrick Mahomes is just so much better. Tell me your why. Or is it all based on wins and team accolades? What's your why?
Well, I'm just saying, first off, Patrick Mahomes has it all. Patrick Mahomes beat you with his leg. Patrick Mahomes has one of the greatest arm talents that we've ever seen. And on top of that, he's put Super Bowl MVPs, he's put regular season MVPs, and he's never played a game on the road until now in the playoffs. That is special. That is everybody else's way down there with what I accomplished in my young career so far. Allen ain't even close to accomplishing what I had accomplished. So for me, that's why I say you got to put binoculars to see Josh Allen down there. Strictly when you talk Patty with what Patty has accomplished and with who Patty is on this football field. Like, we are not going to be surprised if Patty go here and ball out and win. Strictly because of who Patrick Mahomes is. He's that great. And right now, the binoculars, like I say, you trying to zoom in a little bit, but you can't see Josh and Joe Burrow and them down there. Josh got to win this one so he can say, Patty, I'm right here, and I'm going to see you again next year.
Making it quick, just because I'm curious, do you all play the game, James, I'll go back to you asking you first, of if Josh Allen was drafted to the Chiefs with Andy Reid, Shady, obviously you played for the Chiefs, you say Andy Reid's the most brilliant football mind ever, and Tyreek Hill walking into the Hall of Fame first ballot, Travis Kelce walking into the Hall of Fame first ballot, do you play the game that if Josh Allen was there and Patrick Mahomes went to a defensive mind and 3 offensive coordinators in 2 years, I think 4 offensive coordinators in total, do you play the game that Josh Allen would be better?
No, I don't play that game because I think they two totally different players. You know what I mean? I don't think Andy Reid might have helped Josh Allen a little bit, but I think Josh Allen's style of play is aggressive. So I'm not saying just the interceptions or turnovers just going to go way down because he's with Andy Reid. And I'm not saying, with what we've seen from Patty, I'm not ready to say defensive-minded head coach, he is not as good as he is. So I wouldn't play these as two special quarterbacks. So any system, like, that's why they up there. Because we say we could plant these two dudes anywhere and they could be great.
Yeah, I don't want to play that game either. I'll start thinking it'd be. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that, right?
But why don't you want to do it? I'm curious. Because you know Andy Reid. And you know what he's done with Nick Foles, Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick,
everybody.
Alex Smith.
Let's say everybody.
Everybody.
They should say Alex Smith was his bust.
As good as Josh Allen has been without Andy Reid.
Listen, man,
that's why I asked the game.
I like Kevin Cobb, my boy. I watched Kevin Cobb, man. I ain't gonna get to that. Anyway, I'll say this, right, and I'll be as most respectful as possible, right, because Patrick Mahomes earned that.
Yeah.
Andy Reid is special, but Patrick, he earned that. I just think with Josh Allen. Funny story, real quick.
Go ahead.
When I get to Kansas City, I meet Patrick Mahomes, whatever. We on the phone first, and then I meet him. We talking this and that, third. I say, yo, man, make sure they got that 25 in there, because, I don't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? We laugh, we joke. Let's fill him out. I'm joking to see how he is. So we start talking about Josh Allen. Like, yo, Josh is pretty good, this and that, third. And I was like, I don't know if I said or he mentioned about a throw-off. He said, I won't do it because it's a lose-lose.
What you mean to throw off? What you mean?
Throw off. Like, who would throw farther, who would throw... competition. Everybody's into competition. Yeah. We went to the Bucks. Tom was asking little things about Pat. That's just how it works, right? I'll do the same thing, So he's like, I will never do a throw-off. It's a lose-lose. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, because Josh got a crazy rocket arm, right? So if I lose, it's like, oh, my God, is he this and that, third? He said, plus, I have nothing to gain because I know how good he is and how people view me and how people view him. And obviously he's up there. But if we had that competition, we don't know where that would go.
Yeah.
And I get it though. It makes sense because Josh is that good. So I say all that to say this: if Josh Allen was with Andy Reid, he definitely would have a championship and an MVP. Easy, hands down. I know you played with Mike McCarthy, and I think he's a good coordinator. Yeah. He's nothing like Andy Reid, not even close, right? Any team they're gonna win for one. Any team the quarterback's gonna get really good, right? But that's one part. The other thing is like who you drafting though. Andy Reid drafts very, very well. Him and Brett Veach, they draft well. It's not a coincidence you come in there, you got Tyreek Hill there. It's not a coincidence you got freaking Travis. Yeah. It's not a coincidence, right? And then the things that we need in the Super Bowl, we played them, the Chiefs, when I was with the Bucks. They couldn't stop the pass rush. They had no tackles. The next year, what did they do? They got tackles.
Loaded up.
So when you have a great franchise, and Joey always talks about dysfunctional organizations, you're not going to Buffalo where you got to change it around. Nah, it's going to be changed when you get here. And that's what Andy Reid is. So if Josh Allen ever had the chance to play with a mind like Coach Reid, not even just to play calling, but like the chemistry and the structure, what you can't do. My first time I ever know about a fine, right, from the head coach to is when I went to Buffalo. I didn't know anything about no fines because everybody did everything right. Everybody's on time for work. Everybody's doing this, everybody's doing that. So you never seen no mess ups. If you mess up, you're accountable for that. Everybody's like that. So I just think that if he had a chance to go from that to that, I don't know how that will go. And I don't even want to play that game.
It's fascinating. You want to weigh in? There's no way. It's just fascinating.
I think there's a lot to it, of course. Anytime a great player, we can make this argument for lots of great players who went to organizations who didn't have what they need or had great coaches, they got injuries or they didn't draft well for a certain time or had a bad GM. There's a lot of things that can cause a player to not have the team success that we expect them to have. And of course, at the quarterback position, we associate team success with your legacy because you are the most important position. You get the most praise, you get the most criticism. That's how it goes. But there are certain guys like a Josh Allen, like a Patrick Mahomes, like a Dan Marino, like a Tom Brady, like a Peyton Manning that we think are just different. They could probably have success anywhere they went. And if they went to certain situations, they might have similar success to a great person that's already in that system. So it's a tough game to play. It's fun banter, probably better over a couple cocktails. But it's really like, it's an endless conversation because there's so much that goes into winning championships, which is why we don't take them lightly.
And I will say this, like Andy Reid is so smart, man. Like not even just from the drafting part, but like he takes stuff that he does in Texas Tech in college that he did great, right?
Pat did.
And then he brings that to the Chiefs. But you gonna run my offense, but I'm gonna take a little bit of both and I'm gonna put it together. So I look at like Josh Allen. He's sometimes he gets wild, right? I'm running, I'm gonna flip it back. Like he does crazy stuff like that. All them picks, that's who he is since Wyoming in college. If he had Andy Reid, this is why Patrick Mahomes will always get better and better and better. Andy Reid's never gonna let you be satisfied, right? So any other player, and I'm guilty of it too. Once I became who I was, coaches didn't coach me the same, right? When I left him, they didn't coach me the same. They let me do my thing. If Patrick Mahomes is what he is right now and he plays for another team, they're going to let him do his thing. Andy Reid, no, we have a standard. I don't care who it is. You going to do this the right way or you're not going to do it at all. When Josh Allen started getting crazy with that ball and started, hold up, come here. I'm going to talk to you, right? The same way I'm going to talk to this dude we just picked up last week. Now, there's a little bit more respect, obviously, but he's going to check him. Where I've been in places where head coaches, they're not going to check the best player. I had coaches trying to check me, but they talking to my backup.
Talking to you.
They really talking to me.
To him.
Hey, hold that ball tight.
Dude, like, what? He's like, I'm high and tight all the time.
Right.
What you talking about?
Andy Reid ain't doing that. I've watched it real quick, because I love Andy Reid stories. He told me and Deshaun Jackson, Andy Reid only cuss. He's like real religious. We did some bad stuff. He told us, I will bench our A's. Don't do that ever again. You know what happened? We never did it again. He the same way with Patrick Mahomes. If y'all forget, he sacked Pat his first year. Everybody said Pat was good. He was nice. No. You need to learn this offense the right way. You good, but you don't know the offense. Learn it first. Coaches are not going to do that. They worry about their own resume. I got to win. I got a good player. Nah, that's the difference. If Josh came over to the Chiefs, I don't know.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.